Hello, world of the internet. Simon Miller here with yet another one of my musings / vlogs. And amazingly, I always ask for feedback on these things. I always ask people to comment or get in touch with me on Twitter at SimonMiller316 and let me know the kind of stuff you want me to talk about. And amazingly, people just want more information about me. I don't get it either. I personally wouldn't want that information. Just going to move this a tiny bit. But look, I appreciate it all the same. So, please do go back and watch my other ones. We've done ones on my weightlifting, the struggles with my pro wrestling injury, why I don't drink, why I'm not Johnny Sins. I think I just said the same one twice there. My brain's all over the place today. Not important, doesn't matter. But yeah, there'll be links everywhere. Just go click them and you can watch other videos. But yeah, a lot of times the thing that people ask me, especially when I ask for it, like I say, when I ask what do you want me to talk about, they say, can you talk about how you got into making videos? Which I don't necessarily think is the most interesting thing in the world. But look, if people want to know and people are intrigued and they want information, I will give them that information. And then it's up to you to decide whether or not it was worth asking for. Now, I wouldn't say people don't know about it. Why would you know about it? There's no reason to know about it. But there is like a big backstory that seems to have just vanished into the ether. But it would do. Like, it's not like I publicize it or anything or talk about it that much. But all my kind of video stuff goes all the way back to my first quote-unquote proper job, which was down at Imagine Publishing, which was a publishing house. They did magazines and whatnot. I used to work on the video game magazines there. And I was there for a good few years. And I kind of started to see this swell of a video content popping up when it came to YouTube. And I'd always wanted to get more into video. I always liked doing video, but I hadn't really found I can't even think of the right word, but the way to get it out. I hadn't found a process, I hadn't found a path, I hadn't found a direction. So I kind of toyed with the idea for a little bit. I saw people gaining traction. One of the magazines I used to work for at Imagine Publishing, it was called X360 magazine. That was one of those old package magazines that came with a bag with a DVD and a book. That's how old I am. And on the DVD, what we used to do is we used to watch game trailers and gameplay footage of things, and we talk over the top, much like people do with Let's Plays or loads of channels today. So I was like, well, maybe we can start doing this for more immediate video. And unfortunately, it never got to that stage. But I did start doing the odd video here and there. If you want to see some awful Simon Miller videos, there's one of me at the Nintendo 3DS launch, I believe. I think I went to some kind of Call of Duty launch event. And I just started taking a camera and I started just going out there, just me and a microphone. And I started filming, whatever I thought would be funny, whatever I thought would be interesting content. I went out to Microsoft once on an event. I can't remember what it was for. I remember I interviewed the guy from Halo, and I interviewed someone else. But that was my point. I just started getting a camera and a microphone, and I started walking around and just seeing what kind of content I could get. Then as life moves on and we shift around, I jumped over to Video Gamer. We'll miss out the bit in the middle because it gets a bit murky. We'll do a separate video on that maybe one day. But ultimately, what happened was, when I got to Video Gamer, Video Gamer had a much more, I'm sure if you watch Video Gamer, had a much more forward-facing YouTube channel, and they had loads of video content. And they were getting loads of traction and getting bigger through the various people that worked there and put in a lot of time. And so I went across. I wanted to make sure I jumped into that as well. My official title when I first joined was Editor-in-Chief. But I was like, well, I want to get involved in the writing, the business side, finances, making videos, all that kind of stuff. And it was the videos that I felt like I'm not saying warmed to enough, but that's the thing that excited me the most. That's the thing that I wanted to kind of jump into and do more of. So we were doing reviews, previews, a bunch of troll videos. They're up there now. I did a load of stuff with my good friend Chris Bratt, who you may remember. But then there was a shake up, including me. I left. But when I went back, it was in a much more familiar video role. And that's when all the Miller Report stuff started. If you don't know what the Miller Report is, don't worry about it. You can go, it's what this channel is called. It's called the Miller Report Rules. It was called the Miller Report up until its actual sort of channel name. I changed that recently to my own name. Hasn't updated on YouTube yet, but that's a whole other story. But yeah, that's when I kind of doubled down on it. And my day-to-day was making videos. And I was making videos in my spare time as well to get better at Premiere Pro, which is what I use to edit. And I was just trying to take in the whole experience as best as I could. And when it really kind of kicked off, when I say kicked off, when I really kind of found some momentum with it, it wasn't just me, obviously, there was loads of people involved, I'm just giving you my story, we started doing these Miller Report videos, which were basically, inspired by, I guess, satirical shows and wrestling. We were really inspired by wrestling, as you know, if we watched it. We used to have big wrestling matches in the middle of some episodes because we thought it was funny. But at that point, it was like, right, I definitely want to try and sort of lay my eggs here and double down on this, which is what I did. I completely focused on videos. And I just, I tried to, again, with a team around me, Video Game was a team, but again, just from my individual perspective and viewpoint, I wanted to try and make a dent in this crazy thing known as YouTube. And we were doing all right. We were doing okay. Like I think we had a very dedicated and passionate audience, which was awesome. They'd watch a lot of stuff that we would do. And yeah, it just gave me the confidence and the knowledge that, okay, I found something I really enjoy. And when you find something you really enjoy, you should embrace it and you should try and, do your best to make it your own, which is what I tried to do. And then hilariously, the stuff with What Culture started because I saw a tweet. Everybody always asks me about this, and I was very lucky. I saw a tweet, and they were looking for people that did voiceover work, which I did, and liked wrestling, which I did. And at that time, I was trying to branch out, and I had thoughts about. I was still a video game at the time, but I had thoughts about maybe coming out on my own and starting my own. I call it my own business, which is what it is, but it makes it sound like I work in a big office. I don't. But I thought to myself. I saw this tweet and I thought, okay, well, I'm going to apply. So at that time, I'd already started doing videos, wrestling videos for video game because we kind of expanded a little bit. And while the site was video game, we thought we could probably get in filmed. And because I was so passionate about wrestling, I thought I could do that. That's where Simon Miller's Pro Wrestling Podcast first started. It was called the Video Gamer Wrestling Podcast. And I just, once I'd left that behind, I shifted the name, obviously, because it would make sense. And yeah, I saw that tweet. I sent across some stuff. They, very kindly gave me a trial video, which was 10 things WWE wants you to forget about Roman Reigns, which is not the worst one to be given in the world now, is it? And there was some back and forth, but eventually they said, okay, yeah, we're going to run it, and we'll give you more stuff as and when we go. And then, it just developed from there. And if you really want to see something funny, if you really want to see something hilarious, and to tie it into the more of the musing side of things, how you're, no one I'm not saying I'm brilliant now, but I'm a lot more comfortable now. But nobody starts at a 10, right? You always have, well, some people do. Some people are just naturally gifted. But you always have to find your flow, find your feet, find your comfort zone and all of that. And yeah, go watch. I think my first ever why video was why Seth Rollins should have come back a face or something like that. It is unwatchable. For me, anyway. Like, I'm very, obviously, nervous, still fighting. It's almost learning my craft. You're getting used to doing this. Now, this is my best friend in the world. Like, I could do this all day, and I love it. I loved it then, too. But clearly, I was still trying to find my voice, find my personality, or at least find a way to get my personality out there. And I still could do a better job today. I'm not saying I'm perfect. Not saying I'm not going to keep working on it. I work on things every day. But yeah. That's kind of that was kind of my journey. And now obviously What Culture are the best. I work for them, I love it, and there's some other people I work for as well. You may see them on VG247. I've got my own channel, which is where you are right now. There's loads of stuff. I'm not going to sit here and list all the people I work for because it's a lot, but that's just how I like to be. But yeah, a lot of people always ask me, what's the reason you got into videos? I was like, okay, well, it's a very YouTube title. The real reason I got into making videos, screw it, I'll put it up there and I just tell people my journey. Going from, basically the first job I ever did was a junior copywriter at Sony where I was writing instruction manuals. Then I was a writer on magazines at Imagine. Then I slowly moved up my way to editor on those same magazines. And there were some bits and bobs out there. I worked at 2K. I worked at THQ for a little while. I PR'd the WWE 13 video game, so I wanted to work directly with WWE. It didn't last that long. Then I moved to Video Gamer. There was a slight blip where I did go work for 2K, but that's a whole asterisk next to it. And I went back to Video Gamer, and from there I've come out, done my own thing, and that's probably where a lot of you know me, e.g., going on to What Culture and stuff like that. And long may it continue. I'll keep both my fingers crossed. You never know what this crazy world has in store, but so far, I'd say touch wood, so good. But you never know. And that's it. That's a very short, very quick version of my journey through videos. We could go into more detail, but I see the analytics. I know that people watch for about 5 minutes and I've got enough. So we'll keep it to 10 minutes as it is. YouTube loves 10 minutes, so we'll keep it there. As always, please do go back and watch my other vlogs that I do. No idea why I got into vlogging, but I hear now there's nothing I can do about it. Like I said, there's quite a few now. I'm going to try and do a few a week, and absolutely for the people wondering, we're still going to talk about mental health, depression, anxiety, all those things as and when I feel like it's relevant, because those videos are still there in the past. You can still go check them out. Not dead, never will be dead, but I also kind of feel like, again, I don't want to feel like I'm doing it for the sake of doing it. I want them to be a reason, and I want them to be important. I'm just rambling now. Comment below. Let me know what other things you're interested in. Let me talk about. There's anything really. It's endless. We can talk about my love of Metallica, my love of Batman, metal, whatever What else do I like? Pro wrestling, maybe you want to know about that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Tweet me at SimonMiller316. Also on Instagram at SimonMiller316. You're on the YouTube channel. Give it a subscribe. Leave a comment below. Like the video. Share the video. You know all the rules. You know how it works. And all of this is supported by patreon.com/SimonMiller316. Link in the description below. Link will pop up on the screen in a minute too. If you come throw me some money, that rocks. Makes life a little bit easier. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.